And I think about all the parties we've already had, right? We had a wedding right away. We've had gender reveals. We've had 16th birthday parties. We've had, it was celebrations of life. And the one event like that I get brought back to was a celebration of life that we had. It was like, I think they were guessing, at like 60, 80 people, but I think it ended up, overflowing into our hallways, like 100 people. And I got brought in. I remember I was there that night on a weekend because I was catching up on some work, and they were like, "Hey, can you help us with the music?" I was like, "Sure." So I go down there, and this guy's got this like first generation iPod, and he's trying to hook it up to like our state of the art sound system. Right, we have this really cool AV system, and it's got all the bells and whistles, and he's like scrolling through this iPod, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but you cannot connect this iPod with our system wirelessly. It just won't work. So I was like, here's what we can do. I will help you populate a list through Spotify. We have a Spotify account through the space.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, that'd be great. So I was like, here's what we can do. We can take, your genre, which was like classic rock and roll, right up my alley, like, Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and Def Leppard.
Yeah.
And we can just pick one song and we can just create the whole list. He's like, no. He's like, I'm going to give you every single song because I can't remember the name of the gentleman who they were celebrating, but
we've had so many parties I can't.
He would have loved it, is what he said. His friend would have loved it. So I sat there probably for a good 15 minutes and we populated every single song onto the Spotify playlist.
I remember the text.
Yeah, and it was like I remember being like, oh my God. But like after that, like the party they had, and the genuine appreciation they had for our service, right?
Yeah.
Was something that's like stuck with me about like just providing that service to people, I think it's been so fun.
One of you learn to love it is what problem's going to come up that you get to solve.
Yeah.
And
on the fly.
on the fly. And like your brain has to just run through all the options so quickly because I swear it's never the same problem twice. Like, I think we're really good at fixing problems when we notice them, but like the things that can come up are just so like that, so random. Like who knew that someone still had a first generation iPod that they were actively using?
Right.
So
and the way we run our event venue space is that we're not always on site, right?
Yeah.
So we sometimes need to rely on other vendors, and sometimes we need to, just rely on the phones, like to help us out and, troubleshooting, right?
Yeah.
But, we took that experience and we decided, hey, we also maybe want to start a new event venue space, didn't we?
Yeah, let's make it bigger.
Yeah, we decided to go bigger, to go lower in terms of lower level.
Yeah.
And we decided to go downtown. So let's talk about Cellar 54.
Let's do it.
I want to start with the Forge, and I'm a part owner in this project here. And the vision for this building came from, basically we have 4 different floors, right?
Yes.
And, it started with Anthem on the top floor when this renovation happened 3 years ago, who was like the first tenant in. They're like, yeah, I want to be here. We're going to take the whole floor. And it was like, they were the one, I think they were really the catalyst to give us the confidence as an ownership group to say, we can do this because we have a tenant in tow. So they were the first ones in. The next ones in was the second floor, which is 25 new businesses dedicated to female aesthetics and food and retail.
Absolutely beautiful
which
floor.
Is gorgeous. Yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous floor. And that creates, you have financial services, then you have a women's collective, which is a different vibe in itself, right?
Yeah.
Then you have the first floor above us, which is also its own vibe. You have retail. Let's start with.
We have a couple retail.
Yeah, we have a few. We have Ivory and Bull, which is like a high-end Western wear.
Yeah.
And then you have like a Wonderful World, which is Garrett's place, which is like vintage clothing.
Super unique,
super cool.
custom.
Yeah.
Very cool
Very
vibe.
cool. Yeah, very just different. And then you have Noira, who does, wine and like small bites, and they have their own cool little vibe too.
You can't forget my favorite place.
Dreamies.
Dreamies.
Yeah, Dreamies. I
Oh,
mean,
so good.
sheep's milk, right? It
Yeah.
is that I love the the folks who work there. I'm always in there, talking to them about different things, and the vibe there is cool. So like, and then we're adding to that. We're adding more food. We're adding Jade Dumpling is coming in here, opening hopefully in I want to say March, maybe April.
Yeah.
And
Bonsai.
And bonsai.
And bonsai.
Yeah, and that's Jeff and Brent's place, which is gonna be coffee and matcha and some rice bowls too.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Super looking forward to that.
So all that to say, you go down here to the lower level and you think about what is gonna interact with those three parties in the best way, and also interact with the city of Salem and Marion County. We talk about Salem, but Salem is a lot of different places, around here, Almsville and Turner, you got Kaiser, right? You have just like so many different areas, but how do we interact with the community? And it's like an event space, right? So we were tapped as the team to, take this baton and carry it forward with design. I want to talk about the name, right? Because I give kudos to you for coming up with a design for this wonderful place, which we will get into too. But how did we come up to the name? Do you remember?
Yeah, so it was really funny. I remember texting you that day and being like, who's naming this place? Like, we were brought on, but like, who's naming it? And you're like, we are. And I was like, oh. And I was like, that's a lot of pressure.
It is.
I feel like you want something that is going to stand out, but not be obnoxious. And like, also that doesn't sound like anything else. And we had, back and forth that so many things that this place was going to be called.
And embracing the lower level.
And embracing the lower level and the vibe of this place. Yeah. And
I think we were on an email thread with probably 10 other people who were involved in the project at the same time. Yeah.
And then like I was just sitting there Googling every single name of like any and I'm like, nope, that one's out. There's another place in Portland with the same exact name, or it's harder than you think.
Yeah, it really is.
And so there was something about Cellar that I just really loved. And I was like, because it's down in a basement. Like, let's not fight what we are. Yep. We are in a basement. But we are elevated, and Cellar just gives that right vibe. And so then I was like, okay, but it can't just be called Cellar. And so I was like, what else do we do to it? And so I was researching more so the building. And we're at 285 Liberty. So I was like, Cellar 285. I was like, I don't like the way that sounds.
No, it didn't really roll off the tongue.
It didn't hit the right way. Yep. And then I landed on the building being built in 1954. And I guess I should kind of switch back to, we were going to do Cellar 45 because Nat has the 45th parallel building and, with other projects, and it just felt good. And then we're like, well, it might be confusing with some of the other projects we had coming down the pipeline at that time.
Like JCPenney was in play as well. We were considering renaming that to 45, being a part of that. Like
what was that? 45 Central or something?
45th Central, Hub 45, something like that.
Yeah. And so it was then confusing which building would it be in, if this is Cellar 45. And so when I saw that the building was built in 1954, I said, that's it. Like, it's the same numbers, just reversed. So we still have our 4-5 in there, and it still felt like fit within our brand, but also pays tribute to where the building came from. Doing the research on the building and just seeing the really old pictures of the building and all the history around it. I was like, I really feel like we don't push away its own history. And so that's when I proposed Cellar 54 and kind of my reasoning behind it. And
it stuck.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And it stuck.
I mean, I think it's a wonderful brand for this event space. And I think it's iconic in many ways. we decided to go with these 3 diamonds, which, if you look on the exterior of this forge building, you have these red diamonds that are all along the pillars of the building. I think there's 10 of them total on Chemeketa side and on the Liberty side. And, we wanted to bring that in, right, as part of, the brand.
Yeah.
And, I think we really did that as I'm looking up
Yeah.
at our lighting feature right there, which is really, really cool. Shout out to Illumiglow, Justin Metris, for helping us put all this together, and our wonderful electricians at Zap. But, I feel like it just all kind of came together, and, it's an asset for the building. I think it's going to be a heartbeat for this building with all the things we have planned.
Yeah. Yeah. It's especially when coming back to the logo and stuff, when designing that, I will openly say I don't typically do design work. But I was so excited about the name and the outside, diamonds on the outside. Yeah. I was like, can I work those in? And I just remember sending you designs that I had made of like, wouldn't this be cool? And you're like, love it. That's the design. I was like, oh, you could send it to, I'm like, you could send it to someone else and just be like, build something off of it. And you're like, no, that's great.
No, it was the one that worked. And, when you know.
Yeah.
And the more I see it, the more that we've put it out there into the world, the better it feels.
Yeah. And honestly, seeing it up on the ceiling right here, you're like, I could not imagine something else being up there. It looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. And we want it to be the centerpiece of a 4,000 square foot event space, which is 2,000 square feet more than what we have in space. I'm curious, I would love for you to tell the public about this space, because it's different from what we have.
It's a lot different.
Apparel. Yeah, and it's taken some turns, which we'll get into shortly, about what it's going to offer. But what does it have in terms of the differences between our space? Yeah.
So this space, we have a I wouldn't say makeshift bar, but we have like a bar area that people can use to serve out of, or use to serve food, drinks, whatever at the space. Yeah. And here we really wanted to do something different. We wanted to create a focal point of a really awesome bar. Yep. And to have a space where not only do the clients and their guests want to approach and see more of, but also for the mobile bartenders who are coming and working in this space, give them a good space to work in. Yeah. And that has been our feedback, that everyone has absolutely loved the bar area. So we have a built-in bar that more is closely to an actual bar. We really fully built it out to be a fully functioning bar, which is great. Yeah. And then we added a green room, just an area, so multi-use really, for if you're having a wedding down here, whether that be the reception dinner or, the full-blown wedding, whatever it looks like. A lot of times you need a space to get ready in, or to hang out with in before you're announced. And so we really wanted to build out that room so that it was just another option, another additional space to make it different and unique. Something that I really love, and every caterer who I've spoken with and brought into it has really loved, is our warming kitchen. Yeah. There's nothing like it in Salem. Not that I've been told. And we've curated it, for vendors for catering. Yeah. And we brought in Ricardo Antunes from Chicha. He gave us a lot of really good feedback. Yeah. Brent and Jeff with Structure Logistics. Both of those guys were crucial in kind of curating the equipment. And it's, we wanted it to be a place where, again, we're not trying to put handcuffs on anybody saying you have to use this vendor or that vendor. Yeah. Any vendor can come in that you want to use for this space, and they have a place to land that they can keep all their stuff ready to go for your event. Yeah, and keep your food warm. Yeah. We have 3 warmers. We have a huge not just a microwave fridge. Yeah, not a microwave. And tons of prep area. So it's a caterer's dream from everything I've been told, which makes me so happy. It makes me happy too. Yeah. We really want a space that everyone who's down here really gets the most out of it. And so we created these individuals spaces that are also kind of hidden. Like our kitchen is not obvious. It is there and it's accessible to the room.
Yep.
But you can hide away and work away and not disrupt the event.
Yeah. And, talking about our bar too, it's like we spent so much time trying to figure out how that was going to look, the equipment that was going to go in it. We really wanted it to be easy to use.
Yeah.
Right? And we had this really cool cantilevered window that
Yes.
I'm so excited to share with the public.
Yeah.
And it feels like when you walk in here, like it just feels like a proper entertaining space. Like everything was so intentional. And it's a place where you just look at it, you're like, I can have an awesome party in here. I can have a great time, and I can do it bigger than what we have at the space.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be a really, a great asset to both the building and to Salem. When it comes to events that people want to have.
Yeah, I think it's just going to. When you look around Salem, there's just not a ton open. Our comedy club is no longer open. And so to have a place, and I bring up comedy specifically because we've already had a, pretty famous comedian down here.
Eddie Ift
came for 2 nights. And, we were just trying to see what works down here. And so we wanted to, have these events. And it was so fun. I will say we weren't as done as we are right now. So, Eddie, come back.
Yeah, Eddie, we'll have a better stage for you next time.
Yeah.
I promise.
The lighting is definitely superior than when he...
and Eddie definitely rinsed me while I was in the front row. So thank you for letting him know.
I got it night 1. So
okay, we've all got a little bit from Eddie. He's a great guy, but I want to go into entertainment because I think this is a part of this space that we are new to and that we're excited about though because you talk about offering services to Salem and what Salem needs. And when I was going through this the whole JCPenney project, and I was trying to figure out, what does Salem want? I'm asking this question, and a lot of times people are saying, I don't have a place to dance. I don't have a place to laugh. Like I don't have a place to gather that feels safe. That feels that has parking, right? That is part of something greater. And, we were looking to do that at JCPenney. It didn't happen, but then I shift, you shift focus here and you're like, we can offer that, right? We can give people that experience and, make sure that they can, have a place they can trust, they can come back to, right? And, but it comes down to, partnerships, right? And I think something we're looking for in this space is a partner on the entertainment side.
On the entertainment side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we
Help
talked about my expertise on venue rentals and that part is so comfortable. And, part of it is reaching out, finding the person who's so passionate about entertainment and like that avenue of it is something Cellar 54 definitely needs.
Yeah. So if you're out there, you're listening or watching and you want to be a part of this project and you like entertainment, you have connections in the entertainment world, reach out to us because we want to partner with somebody who knows how to throw good parties, who knows how to attract good talent, and knows how to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're trying to do down here at Cellar 54.
Yeah.
I want to also mention that we have a big party we're throwing at the end of this month, and it is invite only. However, we are open house.
Yeah, we're going to do an open house. Nat and myself will be down here from 11 to 1.
11 to 1 on Saturday, January 24th.
Yeah. Come down and check it out. Everything will be open and available for you to see. You'll get to see that green room, the prep kitchen. So if you're a caterer, big or small, like Nat had mentioned, we don't limit who can cater down here. So come and check it out. If you're just someone who might be throwing a party or a wedding, come check it out. Ask us any question. Everything will be open to kind of see, and we will be set up for our party that evening, so it will be fun down here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. I mean, I'm excited. All the hard work you and I have done to prepare for this party. It's amazing. It's only a few days away, and I'm excited because of the theme of this party. I'll tease this. It is.
I think there's a tease happening around us.
Oh, there is a tease happening around us. We've got some jewelry.
We got some jewels happening.
We have a heist related theme for Cellar 54's grand opening, and it all revolves around what was a fantastic idea with what happened at the Louvre, recently, and we wanted to kind of have a tongue-in-cheek experience for everybody.
Kind of, I think whenever we throw a party, the first thing we ask ourselves, in our meetings is, what's the theme, and how do we do it different than everybody else? And so I think we do a great job at that.
I do too.
And I think this heist will be one for the books.
I do too. And I think, when you open up a new event space, you want it to be perfect, right? And it's never going to be perfect, but when you have a good team in place, right? You put yourself in a position to succeed. And we've got such a good team in place, I think, to execute for that party. And I'm just excited for Salem to come and see us and to walk through those doors, as a vendor, as a potential client, as a bartender, as somebody in the entertainment business, whoever you are, all walks of life, come through, see us 11 to 1 on Saturday the 24th, so we can show this space off and help you prepare your party and plan for some amazing memories for 2026.
Yeah, and again, that entertainment piece, if that's something you're passionate about, that's a good opportunity to come and meet us in person and check out what the space looks like as well. Zero pressure to just come and check it out.
Yeah, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at Cellar 54 Salem. We will post photos from the party. We've got my good friend Amir Abarishi, who's coming down to take pictures for us, and so we'll have those probably on that Sunday.
Yeah.
But we're really excited to throw this party, and grateful that we have a place to create some really fun memories.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, Makayla, it was absolutely a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Your story, you are a heavy lifter. You've been through some heavy lifts, and your perspective, I think, is inspiring for others. I'm hopeful that people listen to your story, and if they're going through a tough time, they can understand that you've been through some tough times too. And look at you now, directing 2 event spaces, right? And bringing great energy, and still a mom and a daughter, and doing all those things very well. So thank you.
Thank you, Nat.